Hi, it's time for another math easy solution. To discuss further into the hashtag Tengri137, the online series of cryptic puzzles that may just well be from aliens. And now look at part 6, which looks at further into the epic intergalactic battle between Tengri137, that's our Twitter account, versus me at Math Easy Solutions. And now look at round 2, which was the MES puzzle challenge, which I issued Tengri137, and this was solved not by Tengri, but by a random person online. Hashtag Team Humanity. I'm gonna go over that solution and go over the challenge and then just illustrate how to solve it. So yeah, recap of my previous parts. Well, you could check out my previous parts, but part 5 is when I went over the intergalactic dance battle with Tengri137, so check that out. They issued a challenge to me, which I solved fairly quickly. So now let's look at part 6. So epic intergalactic battle on Twitter. This is Tengri137 versus Math Easy round 2. MES puzzle challenge solved. Hashtag first some context. So recall from part 5 that Tengri137 issued a math challenge to me, which I solved pretty quickly, and thus earning the respect of aliens. Hashtag Team Humanity. But to take this intergalactic dance battle to the next level, I issued Tengri a challenge of my own. Here is what I came up with. So I tweeted at Tengri, ready for round 2. Try solving this. Hashtag Tengri137. Hashtag alien math battle. And I put this Dropbox link 7path777.jpg. And I'll show you that Dropbox link in a bit, and I also tweeted with the screenshot there. So, so at Nicola, Defango, and Outer Dark, intergalactic alien breakdance battle has just begun. Try to solve it before hashtag Tengri137 does. Hashtag round 2. Hashtag yes. And if you go to that Dropbox link, you could see it's an image that looks like this right here. So what we have is, well, we have 7 paths, each summing to 7, 7, 7. So every single path must equal to 7, 7, 7 on each side. Like this, there's 7 of these, even going downwards here, 7, 7, 7. So when you sum these all up, so there's 7 of these. What appears random has method, so these are some clues I'm given. And many paths are the 7th, but only one true one. Find the method and you find the path. So you basically got to fill these out with the right numbers. You could actually fill out in infinite ways, but those aren't the correct true one. So that's why I put that there. There's only one correct one when you follow the exact method of constructing all of these paths that add up to 777. And I put a biblical quote, Matthew 7:13-14. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it, but small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. And this is pretty much this whole path right here. So yeah, there's many paths, but only one true one. Wide gates for the obvious answers, and then only a narrow one for the correct one. And then after a while, Tengri137 messaged me, well, he couldn't solve it. So hello friends, we know that 357 gave this answer is not what you expect, but we send you a message in the solution. You see it. So they couldn't solve it, but they put this message. I haven't had a chance to look at what message they gave, and I replied, hey Tengri, I'll check for your secret message tomorrow as it's late. Meow. I'll drop a hint for the solution tomorrow as well. Hashtag stay tuned. And then Nicholas says, well, it wasn't solved in 15 minutes. MES, I think you won the hashtag alien math test. Yeah, hashtag yes, hashtag stay tuned, hashtag champ MES. And Michael replied with this answer. This is actually the exact same one as this 5027 across there. So there's already one there, so you can't have duplicates. So that is actually a duplicate right here. So yeah, so you can't, everything's different. Yeah, so duplicate like that. And then the next day I gave a hint because nobody could solve it by then. So I've included a hint to the hashtag MES challenge. Hashtag Tengri137, hashtag round 2 is a Dropbox link to it. And here is, and also replied as well, try solving it meow before hashtag Tengri137 does. Hashtag MES hint, hashtag alien math battle. Now if you go to the Dropbox link, it goes like this. There's a hint across there, so just a giant image. So hashtag MES hint. Each step remains a few, when gathered become many. Fulfillment the path will lead. And here's a correlating biblical quote, just like Tengri 137 does, just to turn the table on them. So Matthew 24:23, his Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. And again, similar to this hint where you have a few, eventually becomes many, and the path will be fulfilled. And then later, Tengri 137 actually gave me a thank you message, which is pretty cool. So, great minds must be rewarded. Our tribute to you and to Defango. So that's crazy. Got a shout out from Tengri 137. And then I replied, thanks for the thank you message, hashtag Tengri 137. You have helped make math great again, hashtag MMGA. And this one, Amori says, you're hilarious, Matthew Solutions, hashtag thanks. And Defango, Tengri, you guys are something else. Matthew Solutions, many blessings of love and light for this gift. Great minds know the truth in details. Thanks, Defango. Great job in connecting the human and alien worlds together. Hashtag stronger together. The hashtag made me giggle. Great hashtag indeed. So so basically Tengri gave the Dropbox link. It was a MES thank you gift. It's pretty amazing. So there's some cool stuff here, and I have a message. We have not understood the task. Our logic works differently. We are sorry to not find the solution. Beautiful minds inspire others to go further and make their civilization better. This is not a challenge, but a tribute to all great minds. And it's from Tengri 137. They have this giant square with a bunch of calculations here. I haven't had a chance to look at this, but I believe other people have, and I think they found some cool squares inside, which is pretty cool. So check that out. Yeah, so anyways, later, I guess still people hadn't solved it. I asked for, I made up a poll to see if people want the solution or hints. So fill this poll out ASAP, hashtag Tengri137, hashtag I do it for the people, hashtag people's champ. What do the people want? And a bunch of emojis. And the 40% chose give us the solution, but the thing is, all these add up to 60%, and all these technically don't want the solution. So 20% don't give the solution, 29% give us more hints, and then 11% don't give us hints. So yeah, so I couldn't give the solution because you have, well, obviously 60% don't want the solution. And once a poll was done, and I wrote, well, looks like this poll raised more questions than answers. 60% no solution, 40% is greater than 40% yes solution, and 31% no hints greater than 29% yes. So when you add up this don't give solution, don't give hints, I assume they're the same. It'd be 31. So what now? So just gets crazier. So then I made a new poll, and in an ironic twist of fate, the most voted option, show solution, was actually least desired, hashtag irony. So 60% want no solution. So vote a new poll I made up. So vote a new poll, 33% chose show us hints already, 42% no hints, hashtag we got this, and then 8% said stop polling us, 17% more polls, hashtag polls for life. So it looks like I'll throw in some more polls later on. And then yesterday I got messages on the Dropbox file that John Littleburn 517 actually solved the solution. So OMG solves. So video is coming out today or tomorrow, depending on things. I'm making video now, and I guess things depended on. So hashtag Team Humanity, hashtag congrats, hashtag ready for round 3, and then Ed from the Outer Dark, awesome, hashtag Team Human. He gave us a shout out. Well done to John Littleburn 517 and Matthew Solutions, hashtag Team Human. And then I go, thanks Ed, hashtag Team 137, underestimated the power of the human hive mind, and hashtag weaponized autism, hashtag yes. So John Littleburn, 517, he solved the puzzle before Tengri 137 could, thus showing the power of hashtag Team Humanity. Let's take a look at the discussion part of the Dropbox link I shared. Yeah, so John Littleburn messages me, says right to left you have 70 7721, etc. And that's actually correct. Hashtag correct. So you got it. Did you guess or did you figure out the method? I just want to know for sure so I can give proper creds. And he says, I think so. If you partition each array, I call them the higher side modulo. And I'll explain what that means. So modulo, lower side should be 0. I'll just skip to what a modulo is. Modulo operation in computing, the modulo operation finds the remainder after division of one number by another, sometimes called the modulus. For example, if you were to divide, let's say 4 divided by 3, yeah, this just equals to, well, that just equals to 1 plus a remainder of 1 over 3. Yeah, because 3 over 3 goes into 4 once, then you just have a remainder of 1 there. So then the modulo gets this number there. That's the modulo. Equals, or I mean that's the remainder. This whole operation is the modulo. This is the remainder there. And modulo gets the remainder r. And the modulus right here sometimes is referred, so this would be the 3, the modulus, and you're dividing it. So that's what it is. So that's what the modulo is. So basically he says, so if you partition each array, I call them, so he calls these arrays, the higher side modulo, the lower side should be 0, then at each intersection they should add up to the same number as other arrays passing through that point. And I said, yep, great job, and I'll explain this in more detail. And then he wrote a quick C program to list acceptable partitions for that right side. That should be 7, 7, I believe 7, 7, 7. And then cool, great work. Of those, I first chose 3542 based on an erroneous assumption. Yeah, you have to have 10 digits. Only 70 and 50 work. 50 is already taken, as I explained above. Yeah, then he says, then I looked at closer and only 50, 27, 77 have the first number larger, but 5027 is already used. Haha, we were writing at the same time, long live autism. Yep, you've outsmarted the aliens. Yep, hashtag weaponize autism. So basically John got the method and path correct, because it's hard to guess without knowing the method. Yeah, so basically all paths constructed by, or all the paths are constructed by first finding the remainder of a modulo operation, or just finding the remainder and then adding those up, and then adding that remainder to the modulus of the previous step, of the previous step. Just fix that up. I'll explain this in detail shortly. Hashtag first some more context. So I got this idea from Quantum Cannibal's video. Here's an email exchange actually from Quantum Cannibal. So I created a math video. Perhaps you can tell me why this happens, and he put a link to here. So I just commented on the video with approve, let me know if you got it. And then Quantum says, I just made a puzzle for Tengri to try to solve, but it involves the remainder stuff you posted. This is me to Quantum. So can you please make your video private and not tell anyone how to solve the puzzle until Tengri solves it? Thanks, I'll post it soon. So yeah, basically we were colluding together. Because I saw his video, I'll show his video soon. And I even told him to make it private because I don't want anyone to find the solution through looking at his video. Yeah, to get hints on how to solve my puzzle. So then he says, sure, no problem, sounds fun and done. And he says, oh, that's too cool. I never had in a million years thought that this mod oddity would be used to battle aliens, maybe encryption or compression, but not a math weapon. And in fact, he did make it private. Here's a screenshot. I even archived it for proof for anyone that wants to question me. So here's a video by Quantum Cannibal. He made his private. There you go, you can't see it. So basically we colluded DNC style, Democratic National Convention style, to prevent people from getting ideas about how to solve it from Quantum's video, and also explains why he hasn't provided a solution. Wink, wink, wink. So hashtag Team Humanity, hashtag DNC collusion, hashtag DNC corruption. And yeah, that's why Quantum hasn't made a video trying to solve that solution, if you were wondering. Yeah, but he has made videos on the Tengri puzzles. Just not this MES challenge. Again, hashtag collusion. Now that the puzzle is solved, Quantum made his video public again. Here's the video. Just go, I highly recommend check it out. And basically, mysterious modulus. He was doing the exact same thing I showed in the 7 paths puzzle. And then asked me, why does this do what it does? MES help. And why is the remainder must be added to the next modulus for this value to work? And I responded, cool video. I went over the math behind it, made this neat little proof. Here's a Dropbox link. Let me know if this helps. And here is the Dropbox link. There's a PDF file in there. And I showed an example here. So if you have 10 and 4, this is going to be the basis of our 7 paths puzzle that I made. So 10 divided by 4 is the same thing as 8 plus 2 divided by 4, because you can split that up. 8 divided by 4 is just 2, and then you have a remainder of 2 over 4. So now the remainder is here. 2 plus 4 is here. Then we have, that's a 6, so 10 over 6 is this. Yeah, so 10 divided by 6, again, split this up, 6 plus 4, so we can have a factor inside. So then this 6 divided by 6 is 1, and then the remainder is 4. So now that we have this 6, so now we're adding it to the 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1, and the remainder is, 0. Actually, this should be 0 over 10, not 6. And then basically when you add all these up, so you add up 2, so 2 plus 4 is the remainder of this, plus the initial divisor, which is 4. So 2 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 10, which is the number above there. Yeah, so basically I provided a quick proof of why the modular function works, but I later realized that, and you can see more proof, 3 pages to this. I'll show this in detail. Yeah, but later I realized that the proof is only correct when the new divisor is not a factor of the number being divided, i.e. the number 10. So for example, if this, instead of 6, we got a 5, then we wouldn't get it. So if 2 plus 4, if somehow we got a 5, then it'll be, then this would evenly divide out, and then we wouldn't get our final result adding up to it, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, so I'll look into make a video later on this to update that proof, so stay tuned for that. So now let's finally take a closer look at the puzzle. So here's hashtag Tengri137 puzzle over here. So what we have is there's 7 paths. I'll circle the lower side of each one, so 15, 50, 28, 24, 23, and then there's a 77 there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then so we're missing 1. Yeah, that's 6, and there's a 7th here. So as you can see here, if you count all these, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits. So we have 10 digits there. And again, 7 paths, each add up to 7, 7, 7. What appears random as methods, many paths are the 7, but only one true one. Find a method and you find a path. So we have to find out how these are all constructed. So let's first list all of the paths together. So when you do that, you have this, and I call this one number 1 is 15. Where's the 15? Yeah, that's actually here. I just listed it from order of size. So that's 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then this 28 is 4. And then this is 5, 6, and then 7. Like that. So I ordered it from lowest to highest. So 15, 23, 24, 28, 50, and 7. So notice that the 5th one is missing, the 50 is missing this number here. So that's over here. 50 is missing this number across there. And that's the 1, 2, 3rd digit there. It's missing. And also, what we also have is, what's also missing is on the number 3 one here to the 24, we're missing, this is the 8th spot. That's because it's over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. So that's the 8th one on this row is equal to the 6th one from this 7th number across, like that. Or the 7th path. So that's what we have. Yes, we're missing these. And then also the 6th one, there's 7, 7, and obviously there's a missing part over here. Let's erase these. This is the 6th, yeah, so we're missing this part and this part here. So that's what we have, and then there's 7, we have all these blanks. But now, remember, they all have to add up to 7, 7, 7, so put this in Excel. Add up this one here, that's just 7, 7, 7. And then at 2, add up 7, 7, 7. And here, this one, what we get is 7, 3, 5. So then when we add, when we look at the difference, 735 plus 42, because there's only one number missing, is 777. So this is this is 42 now. So this number needs to be 42, and I'm going to just erase these. So that needs to be 42, so that's the 8th spot, or also 6 is the 3rd for that. And now if that has to be 42, so that means that this is the 6th spot for the 7th. It's 42, and then this one here, this is going to be 42. So we could write that down in here. So we know 2 numbers already. and the second one is over here, add these all up, is 770. So then that means that the missing number is 7. Because when you add that to 777, same thing on the right side. So this needs to be 7, this needs to be 7, and that's the third number in our 7th path, so 7, like that. So that's 1, 2, 3. So we know that the number needs to be 7, and this needs to be 42. So yeah, that's what we have so far, the 2 numbers out of the 10 total digits. And now let's look at a closer look at the second path to show you the modulo operation in detail. And the second path is this 23, is the short one here, all the way to 319, and that number is 23 is across this one right here, like that. Yeah, so the 23 across there, so we have 23 is, we start off with the first number there. Then what we'll do is 777 divide by this number, 23, what we get is 33.78, whatever. That means that when you round this down, we just get this 33. Then when you multiply by the number 23, so 23 times 33 equals to 759. This is just, again, 23 times it by 33. So that number rounded down, right back. So multiply by the number, so 33 times it by 23 equals to 759. And now the difference, so that just means that it can go cleanly. The highest it can go before 777 is 759. That means there's going to be a remainder of 18. This is just 777 minus 759 is just 18. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll just add the number with the remainder, so we get 41. And this becomes our new number. So now what we have is 7777 divided by 41. That's going to equal to 18.95, etc. Round down, that's just 18. And then 18 times this number, we get 738, so that we could find the remainder. The remainder is just 39, like that. Yeah, basically the remainder is just anything that doesn't evenly divide out. So that we have that 39 there, and then now we have this number plus the remainder. So 41 plus 39 is 18. So this is 41 plus 39. And then we just do the same thing over and over again. So now we divide this by, or 777 divided by 80, we get this number, and then we get all the way across here, and we also have a remainder, then we have a new number, and what ends up happening is, in fact, this, if there's no factor in between of 777, what we end up getting is that this, when we keep adding the remainder to the number, what we end up getting is a 777 here, and then notice how the remainders are. Notice the remainders line up with this path. So 23, 18, 39, this is going to be 18, 39. So 23 is the original number. So we have 18 remainder here. I'll just circle 18, 39, etc. 57, 92, all the way to here, 319. And then when you add 319 with the previous number, 458, you get 777. And then now we have 777 divided by 777. That just equals to 1. Round down is 1, and then multiplied by the number is just 777. And then the remainder, well, is 0. 777 divided minus 0, 777 minus 777 itself is just 0. So now we're done there. That's all we do. We keep going until we get to 0, until we hit a 0, and now we have the 754. When you add all these up, when you sum this up, you get 754, and then when you add 23, the original number, then this is going to be also right, plus 23 equals this. So this is the sum here, 754, and you get 23, you get 777. And in fact, every single one of these are constructed in the exact same method. So I want to go that in detail, so we can save some time by finding the remainder using the mod function in Excel, and I'll show you that in a bit. That's what we need, is a path that has the third number is 7 and the sixth number is 42, and is a total of 10 numbers or steps long. And that's what I call by steps. So each one of these, I call these a step. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So each step, each number, we add it to it. So it's 10 steps or 10 numbers long, including the original number you're dividing by. So to find the seventh path that fits this third number 7 and sixth number is 42, we can do this through brute spreadsheet force like Microsoft Excel to see that only a 50 and a 7 path work. but which the 50th path is already used. Thus, we have the 70th path is the only correct path. If we just were to sum to 777, then we can in fact have infinite number of paths, assuming we could use negative numbers. You could just add one, subtract one, etc. So for example, here you could still get 777. If you add one here, subtract one, and keep doing that, this will be exact same because you're not changing anything. And again, hence the biblical quote of following the narrow gate, like that. So we can also use math to narrow down the options, but using a spreadsheet is easiest. I may do a video later on how to use math to simplify the search process. Yeah, but here's the final answer. You get the 777. I'll show you the Excel sheet I made, and so here's that little tutorial thingy I was setting up. Here is how it looks like, the final answer. Let's just scroll this all the way across. So Tengri 137 challenge tutorial. So that's the number 777. This is a count to how many of these are actually add up to 777. So you have 777. If you have a look, let's say the first number 1. I'll zoom this over, and now we have 1 there, and 777 divided by 1, and I'm using the modulus function across here. So let me just zoom out. Okay, yeah, just quickly unfreeze these panes so we can move this around a bit easier to see. So as you can see here, so we have the modulus like that, modulus function. So all we do is this number, and then the divisor or the modulus is over here. So mod 777 is that B4. And then what we do is we sum whatever number is above. So this number is just 777 divided by 1 is just, remainder is going to be 0. 777 divided by 2, what we get is remainder of 1. But each time we get lower, we're summing up a bit higher. So notice that if we go, for example, here, we're going to sum up this everything above it. So we divide 777 by everything above it and find the remainder. And then until we get 0 across here. So notice what we have. So there's the summation. So 10 we get a 777. But these ones, because there's factors in between, like this, the summation here, 9, I mean this one, this whole thing add up, 9 and 3, that's 12. Yeah, that's 12. Actually, when you add these up together, let's see what you get 21. So 777 divided by 21 is a factor of it. 21 is a factor, so that means this goes to 0 right away, and hence why we have a 21. So notice this is a cool way of finding factors. There's a 7, 21, and then there's a 7, 7, 7 here. And now the way to solve this is we have to find 10. Yeah, so actually what I've done is I've done it for every single one here. And I've also used conditional formatting to just highlight different colors here. So here's the giant Excel sheet I made. As you can see here, everything's 777 until you hit a factor. There's 111, 777, there's another factor. So it's a pretty cool Excel sheet. Go all the way across. Notice how many here. These ones just have four numbers in these paths. And then going all the way across, let's see how far we can go. Yeah, I went all the way to 777. And notice what happens. Everything's adding up to 777 here, which is pretty cool. See, going to 777. I'm just moving to the right, and let's see. There you go. 777, remainder is 0. 776, remainder is 1. And then there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, you're going to add up. And then when you add these up, you just get 777. So this is a pretty cool Excel sheet. I highly recommend checking it out. And now let's look for our 7. I'm just going to scroll this super fast across here. And now to do that, well, we have to align this. So we need 10 digits. The third one needs to be 7, and the sixth one needs to be 42. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to click View. I'm going to click Freeze Panes so that this one's frozen. Yeah, I just quickly fix up some stuff. So now we have this. Now when we move it, the top and bottom doesn't change. Just to show you, because we need to get 10. So it needs to be 10 numbers. So once we find something with 10 numbers, then we can just stop. So there's a 10 numbers, a 10 numbers. But if you look at the third digit, it's not 7. So we can't use 30. Yes, 33 is not there. Here's 34. And then we just put this here. So there's no 7. So we can keep going. This is a 9 digits. 38 has a 7. So it doesn't work. This is still not 36. So we go until we find a 7. As you can see, 50 has a 7 and there's a 42 at the 6, but doesn't work because we already have one. We already use it. I mean, it does work. So 50 works. So 50 is good. I'll just bold that. So 50 works. And then the next one, the only other ones that work, this one's a 10, but the 7's not there. Go to 70. There you go. 70, then there's a 7 there, and there is a 6. The 6th one, there's a 42. So this and this work across. And as you can see, as you get higher and higher, the numbers on average just get lower and lower. Here we get a 111 factor. So anytime there's a factor, there's a 0 remainder, and it doesn't add up to 777. So basically all it does is it pretty much sums until it finds a factor. And 777 is a factor of 777. Any number is a factor of itself. So that's why it keeps going to it. So this is actually a pretty amazing tool right here. And as you can see, as you go farther, you'll never have one that's 10 digits across. As you can see there, the 000s all the way. And then, yeah, basically you keep going on and on to 777. So as you can see from that, only 50 and 70 have the characteristics of a 7 there, and a 42 there, 42 there, and it's 10 digits long. And hence, when you put that in, you have something that looks like this. So that's pretty cool stuff. So yeah, hopefully you follow along, some cool mathematics. And I believe you could use these for a lot of encryption and stuff for using this modulo operation. But basically the idea is you divide by 777 divided by 28. The remainder is 21. Add these up. So 777 divided by this numbers, get a remainder of 42. And now you add up more so, and then keep doing that until you get all the way here. It's 343 plus all these get 777. The remainder is 0. Everyone here you get a remainder of 0 when you follow it along like that. So 24 is not there. 0 is on the high end like that. So it's pretty cool stuff. So and with that puzzle, we have saved humanity. But for how long? # Team Humanity. Intergalactic Alien Breakdance Battle Round 3? We'll just wait and find out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned some cool stuff. And again, I'll look further into this. And yeah, and again, I might do a video later. So whenever there's a factor. So basically all it does actually is goes until it finds a factor. Which is pretty cool actually. And I think it could be used for a lot of data encryption and other stuff. So I'll look further into that. So yeah, big shout out to John Lilburn and also Quantum Cannibal for colluding with me to not get the word out. Again, DNC styled collusion. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like always, you can download these exact notes, and also thanks for Tengri for the thank you note. And yeah, it's always great talking to aliens. And also a shout out to Defango, connecting the alien life and human life together. # stronger together. Anyways, yeah, so play around with that Excel sheet I made. It's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for another math